Hi there, and welcome to my happy place. This is Kate in the Nest in Australia, and I'm hoping that you can stay with me as we do some slow stitching. I am making a couple of things as part of Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, Volume 6, and the theme has been spring. And first of all, I want to say thank you to everyone who has watched a few of those videos and sent me encouragement. It's new for me to do a whole prompt. I've shared my challenges, but the good news is that thanks to so many of you, I'm back on track. I'm finding my joy again with my accordion journal, and I've been stitching away. So you'll see that probably at the end of spring, but there's nothing like being faced with a challenge and staying true to yourself, being encouraged by friends, and, just feeling happy as you stitch joyful flowers. So, won't go into detail about this, but my theme always with my stitching and applique is flower to flower. So this page I have been stitching, thinking about flowers, and that led me to the work I'm going to share with you this afternoon. I'm making a 9 block slow stitch quilt based basically on flowers, and the field notes prompts are helping me think of um, where to go next. So this is block number 7. You haven't seen this before, and sort of wanted to share with you the different way that I'm doing this block. Literally, because I was stitching this flower, where is it? Sorry, I'm going to sneeze. This flower and these groups. Sorry, it's going to happen. There we go. That's spring pollen, or being in my nest. Who knows? There's the nest looking even more comfy now. These flowers, flower to flower, I'm thinking I wanted to include them on this next quilt panel. And it was, when it started out, the plainest panel that I had. Really, it is, oh my gosh, here comes another one. Sorry, everyone. That truly might be spring fever coming to Australia. My block backing is a totally unfinished Semco embroidery, and it was totally plain. But I also stumbled across this doily that I got recently, and I loved it so much I thought I'm going to try something different. I mean, how many sneezes can we have in one video? And start in the center for this one and work out. And I looked at it, and this was the center. I love this pink, and I found this cutout green vine group of leaves quite unusual. So to be honest, this group here has become the inspiration for my whole block here. So I've never started in the center, never started with a doily of this size, totally intact, but I did, so it's lots of stories. We will start stitching. I don't know whether I showed you this, but I have this doily that has little raised flowers on it, as well as the beautiful work. And when I saw this, I knew that these 3D flowers, I'll teach everyone how to make them, would become a feature of when all my blocks are put together. There's going to be probably 2, if not 3 more layers to link them all. But I thought I liked the idea that that could be in the center there. And I'll just pin that back. I haven't committed to that, but I totally know that that's what's going to happen. So I started with the doily, and then in my head I thought flower to flower, but in this case vine to vine. So here is 4 large flowers from that piece that I've had in my accordion journal. Sorry, I'll just attend to the nose and save you all of that. And then what I've been doing is gradually finding my pieces that do have these vines. So look, I joined that one onto there, and here that's this piece, and now I've joined this piece onto there. Sounds quite simple, doesn't it? But where did those pieces come from? They came from this whole block piece, where the whole idea of this block, which hasn't progressed very far, I don't know whether you've even seen this, is that we're starting from the bottom right corner and going up. So these tulips, this was very much spring. So the same piece is now featuring in sections on here. The main motive of that is now up here, and the joining up the top here is a blue vine. These blues go into these blue flowers that come into the mauve. That's all just to give you context. Down here I have the same idea going. This green is going into here, and these are crosswork and cross stitch flowers which are sitting in the midst of the original, and I have started to actually complete this cross stitch flower in wool that's variegated, and I think that will be the blend. Now these are very yellow, of course they're beautifully yellow, but I think we need to add some things in. So this is going to be a work in progress. What are we going to start with? This is thin pink, because I was going to get you to help me to decide some things. I know. One of the things I do is try to figure out as I go, and then tack it with, not even tack it, like invisible stitch it. So I was thinking that we might, that's going to be there. I have this piece, which is absolutely beautiful. Oh, I haven't even said how are you. And I've also got this big fella. How are you, everyone? Welcome. If you're still with me, thank you, thank you. I hope you've had a happy day and hopefully had some time to do some stitching as well. I've had the blessing of being home all day today. Such a rarity. I did get out of my jammies, but it has been a day where I have been able to do some making, and this is the second video of my day. It shows Kate is incredibly happy and feeling blessed. So let's do some trimming. I know some of you've watched my challenged accordion journal video from a little while back, and it was so wonderful to receive encouragement, but also just the words of encouragement were so uplifting, and I've been fine since, because the overwhelming advice was just do you, be you, and then it will work out. So look at that. I'm loving, now this green isn't literally onto one of those vines, but I want to grow Just check that you can see that. I'm going to grow this garden this way, so then I'll have this flower matching this one over here. So let's go like this, go over the top like that, pin it in place and get stitching. So this, as I said, is a very fine variegated pearl. I'm playing around with, sometimes the crochet comes over. I probably need a second pin. I did take this out to the open studio the other day, and some of my friends were saying they've been watching it on YouTube, but it's hard to get the scale. So I do understand if this looks quite patchy. I don't want to stitch like that, Kate. So let's bring it through, bring the end all the way through, and then secure it like that. So back to what I call a happy day was stitching, and I got to watch Rachel's video about Lulu's quilt. I finished off Sarah's spring blooms video. I've watched quite a few people today. Caught up with Pam and her artsy journal. I've been reminiscing about our trip to the Green Door. Was crocheting last night, so a shout out to everyone who's commented and been in touch, and of course to the wonderful Zoe who's been in touch today. So there are more workshops on Zoe's website today, so if you have a hankering and a local, or even not local, always have a look there. Great Christmas presents to yourself or maybe something the family can say. You could say, I'd really love to do this. Could this be my present? I feel like I've had a year of Christmases, to be honest. So this is a funny stitch. It's a mixture of invisible and a little bit of running that you can see. Been quite a windy and dismal day here. Oh, where's the long end there? There's nothing better than the garden is not yet calling. It will be time to gotta get all our little flowers in the ground soon, but not quite yet. So what I'm doing is using this fine cotton. Oh, and obviously too long a thread, Kate, come on. Well, not too long a thread, just not pulling it through. sort of a coincidence, but I am loving that this is tiny cross stitch and these are going to be big ones. I had to look up how to cross stitch again. Just as a little, I want to say a special hello to my Northern Hemisphere subbies who say it's very hard for them to find some of the things that we here get all the time from the sewing basket. So I'm thinking of you, and that makes me appreciate and be grateful even more for all of these undone pieces of work. This one literally had 3, I don't know whether we can even see that, it had 3 half crosses done, and it was a giant, and it's pure linen, so it's going to have a new life as part of I don't know whether it's flower upon flower or flower to flower. Who knows? By the time it's finished, might be a jungle. I did bring, oh, I had it at the beginning of the video. Where is it? It's gone. The little flower that I got the other day, that is not this one, but I wanted to show you that my idea is that we'll have all our collage done and then it will become 3D in different places. So even that as an example, and it will come up in different places that far, I think. So it's lots of stitching to do, but lots of dreaming and relaxing at the same time. Okay, let's finish that one off. The fun thing about this is it's a brooch, actually. Why don't we just, for fun, I might look out for more of these. It's always hard for me to open a brooch. See, there's a medallion crochet straight under that one. And what if we, for the moment, just pin this on? Am I in shot? No, I am not, sorry. Just let's put that like that for fun. See, that just unites the colours. So that's the idea. We'll have my crocheted flowers, all sorts of things. And that one's 3D already. Okay, let's do, I've got a little bit of my favourite wool. Oh gosh, that's not much. I'm sure I had another longer thread. This is it. It's got pink and white on it, this one, so it will be very interesting. I thought we might do a bit of cross stitch. Put that one back. And I'm experimenting with A, being neat, but B, using different variegated wools. I could probably actually put a hoop on now that I've done that a little bit at the Pauline Franklin workshop. Haven't got one here. Let's see if we can Speedy Gonzales across a row of cross stitching. And as I said, rather than watching every stitch, let's just have a chat and hope that you're making, stitching, crocheting, journaling alongside me. I can't even see that I did that right. I think my eyes aren't great, especially now it's getting dark. So let's do another stitch and hope it comes out a bit better. Maybe this is actually this could be a challenge of the variegation. So across there and down and across. I've actually never been tempted to do the little bits of unused embroidery on some of my other pieces, but this one, because it's significant, and to be honest it was the main feature of this block and why I chose it, I feel that it's good to honor it. I won't do every stitch. Gosh, my eyes are getting bad. It's suddenly very dark outside. But it is relaxing. It's forcing Kate to slow down. Gosh, was that right? Maybe not. I'll do one more stitch because I just, to be honest, I can't. Oh yeah, that's right. I just can't see well enough. Okay, I'll come out and we'll leave this needle hooked up, and I'll come back to that when I can see a little bit better. So what else could we play with? I was going to, did I show you? Yeah, that this is off the other tablecloth. I'm using that to sort of merge them. There's the other piece over there. I'm not sure, but I'm thinking I could gradually embellish all the way around this. So we'll see the bits of pink. I wouldn't mind some cantha, but I tried it out. It's pretty hard. That material may not go well. So what thing can we do to finish up and make us all smile? I do have this flower because I've got a lot of yellow and orange down here and not much up here. Let's audition like those little blue ones. Maybe it's going to peek out of there. Yep, absolutely diagonal to these ones. Again, the scale is, when I get my new camera, it'll be easier, I think, or apparatus, it will go up and down, whereas this one doesn't. Oh, that's too dark though. Too dark. I think I had didn't I have another little line of pieces? So I just have to get everything out of the way so I can see do a shout out to my gorgeous Amelia. He said, Kate, isn't it crazy how our little flowers disappear? Yes, they do. And it seems so silly, but I can't. Oh, here we go. So we'll just have a play. Maybe with where this could possibly be. It's just a normal cotton. It's not a, well, I don't know what normal cotton is, but it's not a linen that this has been embroidered on. But I love seeing doilies in this way, that we can use every little bit. Embroideries, maybe I should be calling them. And let's see if we can find a green vine that this could attach to. I'm not going to go up the top because there's already a lot of blue. So we need to bring this blue and mauve and purple down to this area. I've got these little yellow ones as well. This is where it really is like gardening. How about that? Yep. So we're just blending all these lines. That's going to be a full flower. And there you are. We'll match that leaf with that one there. And I might do a little bit of just a whip stitch or something like that, that we can actually see and make a feature out of it. Here's a non-rolled piece of wool. But that's what I feel like doing. Maybe I could trim a little bit of this. Let's take it off and put it back on. A little bit too much of that material there. I have to tell you, if you've made 2 videos talking to yourself, you start to really question if you're mad. Because I've been talking to myself for quite a while now, so this will be. But I'm hoping that you're getting this idea that this one piece has been the inspiration of all these garlands and vines that will feature all the way around. I mean, this end could end up being the center. Who knows? So, the center block, I mean. I must be getting tired. Here we go. Oh. I do have a threader, but I've been able to do this all day. It's just the darkness. Oh, goodness. One more try, everyone. And I've also got sticky fingers from journaling. Sorry. Made such a mess of that. Chop. mean, truly the silence is deafening if Kate is defeated by being unable to thread a needle. But she will not be defeated. Here we go. All right. Okay, that's cross-stitch needle there. That's brooch. Yes, coming up from underneath. We sort of want to not go all the way through. Trying to make, what did I say, a visible joining stitch. So let's go. I'm going to go straight and then down. Yep. Straight and down. So we're going over multiple layers here. And there's the green leaf joining the green leaf again. I'll put a pink stitch in between. Getting a bit slanty, so I try and go faster and forget to go straight and then through. It doesn't really matter. So they're not neat stitches at all. I know that, so please don't not ask me why I did them like that. That was just how they came out. I may well go around again and neaten them up, or something might go over the top of them, so we're not going to worry too much. So, but let's get right now. So straight and across, and sort of even. That's from somewhere else. Okay, then I think, so that's around that big leaf, the beginning, and then that's where we started. So now we're going to contrast it with one more stitch like that. Yep, and then we're going to go with visible running stitches. So it's very obvious that this piece has been appliqued on. Get rid of that pin. And I think you get the idea. Let me just park that. Let's do a little recap. This is block number 7. Doing it very differently, starting with a doily in the center, and the inspiration were these green leaves, and gradually each piece of applique is being joined by a more, I don't know what to call them, green leaves. Okay, I hope I don't sound too tired. I'm overly happy, and it has just been such a joy to spend time today with my subbies and be stitching and journaling together. So this is Kate in the Nest. I was just fixing that up so that you maybe could see that at the end. So this is Katie in the Nest saying bye for now. Until next time. Thank you.